not well in the winter, and I don't know about you, but I am feeling like I am in hibernation mode, and I'm not mad at it. So I've got an idea for you. Instead of fighting it, why not go with the flow and embrace the indoors? Do we love the indoors? To help purify and humidify the air, Carson Arthur is with us. I do like to stay in at this time of year. You know, like it's just nice to come home and have it be cozy. So it's really good if the air can be kind of fresh.
Yeah.
If you're in your home for many hours at a time.
Kind of fresh, yeah. All right, so let's set the record straight. I got good and bad news about houseplants and how they purify the air that we breathe. Okay. So there was a study done in 1989 by NASA.
Yeah.
And NASA basically went on the premise that plants like this one here actually need to take things like carbon dioxide out of the air to create energy.
Okay.
So they started to measure which plants removed more toxins from the air. And what they started to see were plants would remove carbon dioxide, benzene, formaldehyde, all these horrible things that are in our house. Absolutely. So what they did was they actually put plants in a room and they'd measure who did what. And they got this list. And that list from 1989 has been the list we've gone through for the last 30 plus years. So whenever we talk about these plants, we're like, these are the top ones.
Yeah.
But then a new study came out.
Okay.
And this is where things go a little bit sideways, all right? What they realized was NASA's original study said 1 plant per every 100 square foot of your house is perfect for cleaning the air.
Okay.
And it was. In a NASA hermetically sealed room. Because what they did was they created this little bubble, they'd put gas in, they'd let the plants clean the air, and they'd measure how fast they cleaned it.
Right.
We don't live in little bubbles.
No.
So what we now know in our homes is when we open up the door, or we have windows, or air exchange in condos, or even turning on the bathroom fan, we're constantly changing the air that we breathe.
Got it.
The plants can't keep up.
So we need a forest in your house.
Well, here's the deal. So NASA said 1 plant for every 100 square feet.
Yeah.
The new studies show that you need 1 plant for every square foot. Or this guy, little anthurium, for a 500 square foot apartment, you'd need 800 of these.
What?
Yeah, which is so sad and so scary to think that the air that we breathe is so bad. It's not.
Okay.
The quality, yes, definitely has gotten worse since 1989, but it's because our houses have changed and the way we do air exchange in our houses is so much different. There's no way the plants could keep up.
Interesting.
So the reality is the plants do nothing.
So are they helping at all, though? Let's say, because my mother seems to have a forest in the kitchen. It feels like a forest. It feels like a rainforest.
Amazing.
So it must be doing something.
Yeah, it makes her happy.
It does make her happy.
So I have a big greenhouse, and when people walk into the greenhouse, they go, oh, and they just love the smell.
Yeah, it feels good.
But often what they're getting is the humidity. And they're saying this in the winter months, especially at this time of year, because plants absolutely raise the humidity. So having plants in your house helps on that front, which is really good.
Okay, so let's use them for humidity then.
Use them for humidity. But there are some plants that are absolutely better than others.
Yes.
Okay, and that's what I want to focus on today.
Okay.
So the easiest plants for you to grow, to keep, you know, some idea of fresh air in your house, but at the same time increasing the humidity, are still some of the ones from the NASA report.
Okay,
so
well that's good.
Not all bad news, yes.
Yeah, that's
good.
good.
So some of the easy ones, green ivies.
Okay.
Green ivies, they don't require a lot of sunlight. They actually produce a ton of fresh oxygen as they're doing photosynthesis. So they're actually doing a lot. And you can put an ivy in the bottom of any plant. We've got one in the bottom here of a Dracaena.
Oh, nice.
The ivy's just doing its thing, whatever. Cleaning, which is great. It is great for removing benzene and formaldehyde. Older houses, that's a great one to have around, okay? It does help. It's not making the air safe.
It's something.
But it's helping, for sure.
And it's also helping your humidity, which I find is brutal in the winter. Like everything is worse because of the dryness.
Absolutely.
It's tough.
I mentioned the anthurium. I love the anthurium because these can actually be planted in a vase of water.
Okay.
So if you want to talk about adding more humidity into the house, get one of these little flamingo plants and plant it straight into a vase. You can actually get lots of water from the plant or from around it, but as it respirates, is it Monday? Holy, hard words day.
Hard words.
Yeah, as it respirates, it actually is giving off a lot of humidity into the air. Great little plant.
Lovely.
One of our producers was talking earlier about the snake plant.
This one.
Yeah, also known as mother-in-law's tongue. Yeah, we won't say why. Yeah, right.
I love this plant, though. I just love the way it looks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Easy plant to grow. Better neglected. Water it once every 10 days. Simple. She hates it.
Why?
She thinks it looks ugly. She
It looks
doesn't
like my
love
hair
it.
in the morning. I love it.
It brings back, the mood for you.
beautiful.
The thing about this particular plant is this was NASA's #1 plant for cleaning the air.
Good.
And absolutely, it does better than any other plant.
Okay.
It also requires less work than any other plant.
Good.
It also increases the humidity more than any other plant.
This is an
So,
A+ worker.
This is an A+ worker that requires no effort. So if you're thinking about a plant in your condo and you just want to put it in the corner somewhere and it's just going to
Yeah.
do its thing, beauty.
Okay.
Another good plant for you.
Yes.
Not so much on the low maintenance side, but definitely good on the other fronts, is any fruit-bearing or flowering trees and shrubs.
Nice.
This is a little lime. We actually have fruit on it.
Cute.
When a plant produces fruit or produces flowers, it needs more energy.
Okay.
So more energy means it needs to work extra hard. So you know that a flowering and a fruiting shrub is going to do more for you in your house.
Okay.
That said, when it comes to care and maintenance,
Yeah.
a lot more sunlight, a lot more consistent watering. You
Totally.
need to be on top of this one. So this one, while it ranked high on the list, not for the average homeowner, okay? Make sure you have the right space for it. The other thing about this plant when we're talking about humidity, it doesn't actually do much for adding humidity.
Okay.
In fact, it takes a lot of humidity.
Oh, I
So if you're
see.
going to have citrus trees in your house,
Yeah.
make sure you put a humidifier with them because that's actually going to help them
Yeah.
from the browning around the edge.
How big
okay?
is that going to get?
As big as the pot goes. So
Okay.
bigger the pot,
The bigger the
the
tree.
bigger the tree. If you keep it in a small pot, it's almost like a bonsai. You can keep it under control. Keep it pruned and you'll be okay.
Very cool to have a fruit tree just hanging out in your kitchen.
Absolutely. And speaking about
just
the
pop out
kitchen,
some lemons.
yeah, I got one more for you.
Aloe. Is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Aloe plant is absolutely great for creating humidity in the air. Who
Yeah.
knew?
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah, if you want to put a little plant in your kitchen that's going to make you happy, that's going to
Yeah.
give back, aloe is my #1 choice.
Going to help you with any of the burns that you have if you cook like I do.
Or
Just
dial
put it out,
pizza,
right?
right?
Okay, really good information.
Thank you.
Get the plants, they make you happy, they make the air a little bit more humid, which is great.